Hey everybody, Ace here and welcome to another episode of MetroMania. For those who aren't aware, MetroMania is an ongoing 16 Pokémon Metronome-only double battle tournament to determine the MetroMania Champion, and this season is all about ALOLAN form Pokémon. If you're already a fan of MetroMania and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button, show you're enjoying the series, and of course hit the subscribe button if you're new so that you never miss an episode. Say it with me. I've got a semi. It's time for the semi-finals. The semi-finals are finally here. We're going to find out who our first finalist is this week. But of course, before we get into the battles, it's time to have a look at those all-important brackets. Last week, we said sayonara to Sandshrew, and Marowak mightily moved on to become the inevitable opponent of Muck in the semi-finals. Sandshrew was one of the unevolved Pokemon that we thought maybe could make it all the way because of its steel typing, but it just wasn't to be. Marowak was just too powerful, and Sandshrew couldn't really get it together when it counted most. It cracked under the pressure, and unfortunately we say goodbye to Sandshrew, but Marowak will face Muck in our semi-finals. But of course, before we find out which of those two Pokemon are going to the finals, it's time to find out which of these two Pokemon are going to the final. Is it going to be ALOLAN Ninetales, or is it going to be its opponent, ALOLAN Exeggutor? Let's find out. So here we go, the semi-finals of Season 6 of Metromania are underway, and this is a battle I've been looking forward to for a very long time. Ninetales and Exeggutor have had such great stories going forward in this tournament, and it's great to see these two finally face off in this semi-final round. I have a feeling this is going to be absolutely amazing. Here comes regular Ninetales starting things off with a Surf, which is actually going to damage its ally more than it's going to damage the opponent. The opponents are 4 times resistant to water-type moves, although that looks like maybe it was a crit on the... Oh yeah, it was a crit on the regular Exeggutor, taking a little bit more damage there than its partner. Here's Shiny Ninetales with a Blizzard! Oh my god, avoided by the Shiny Exeggutor, but it's going to be 4 times effective, and Stab takes down regular Exeggutor, and we've lost a Pokemon before the Exeggutor team can even move? Oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? Exeggutor, Shiny Exeggutor, the only Exeggutor left, goes for a Teleport. Great waste of a move there. So it's been all Ninetales from the get-go. This is the opposite of what we're used to seeing from Ninetales. Ninetales battles so far have been so slow and methodical as it chips away at opponents. But this time, it's the semi-finals. It's going all guns blazing. We see a Seismic Toss, which is going to do a guaranteed 50 damage from regular Ninetales onto that Exeggutor there. This is incredibly aggressive by Ninetales. This is a mean streak that I did not know this Pokemon had. Shiny Ninetales is going to go for Screech, but it's avoided by Shiny Exeggutor, so Shiny Exeggutor's defense is protected a little bit there. What will Exeggutor do? It's going to go for Absorb. I guess it's a stab move, but you need to go for something a bit stronger than that, because it will restore your HP a little bit, but you really need to take one of these Ninetales out. I don't know if Exeggutor can take 2 Ninetales on at once. That was insanity. That was incredible. Fantastic stuff by Ninetales. I'm still kind of shook by this. What's Ninetales going to do next? Regular Ninetales is going for Waterfall, which again will be resisted, but could be a flinch tactic to make sure the opponent can't move. We do get, maybe it's some kind of double team flinch action. I guess we'll see. Here's Ember coming out, which is neutral from the Shiny Ninetales onto the Exeggutor there. Doesn't get the burn, doesn't get a flinch either from that Waterfall, so Exeggutor is going to be able to move. Goes for Aurora Beam. That's going to be resisted by the Ice-type Ninetales on that Shiny there. Doesn't do a lot of damage at all there. Exeggutor is really struggling. It's almost like its confidence is shaken by its partner being obliterated in the first round. What will Ninetales do next turn? I have no idea. Shiny Ninetales is starting the next turn off with Razor Wind, so it's going to whip up a Whirlwind this turn, and then next turn fire that at the Exeggutor. So Exeggutor has some time to maneuver to work around that 2-turn move. We see a Body Slam coming out from the regular Ninetales there, maybe hoping to paralyze the Exeggutor, and it does get the paralysis. This is not going Exeggutor's way at all. This is terrifying if you're on Team Exeggutor right now. Exeggutor fires off a Hypnosis. It's avoided by Shiny Ninetales. It is not going to take effect. So Exeggutor is just a sitting duck right now, or a sitting palm tree, I suppose. Here comes that Razor Wind from Shiny Ninetales, doing a little chip damage there to the Exeggutor, who I feel so bad for Exeggutor right now. Maybe it just needs to... Oh my god, here's Fissure, which is going to hit. So that's a 1-hit KO. Exeggutor is down. I was going to say maybe it should just throw this round and maybe try and regroup in the next round. That was unbelievable. Well done, Ninetales, getting that first round victory. So it's 1-0 to Ninetales. Exeggutor with a back against the wall. My goodness. Take this moment to have a little chill. Use code ACE. Get yourself some money off GFUEL right now. Very, very important, because it helps the channel. I've got peach iced tea right now. What flavor are you drinking? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, continuing on with Metromania, here comes shiny ALOLAN Ninetales here, who's going to go for an Aurora Beam on the first turn. Another stab ice type move. Massive damage. Doesn't quite knock out shiny Exeggutor, but does get the attack drop as well. Oh my goodness, Ninetales means business. Where's this Ninetales been all tournament? We see Thunder coming out from the regular Ninetales. That is going to be 4 times resisted. But which Exeggutor is it on? It's on the Exeggutor that could basically survive that move. My word. Critical hit as well. That would have knocked out the shiny. So you're very lucky to still be in this competition, shiny Exeggutor. Goes for Seismic Toss. That's what Exeggutor needs to do. Do as much damage as possible, as often as possible, and as quickly as possible if you want to equalize in this battle. This could really go either way still, but Exeggutor definitely needs to get itself back up to the equalized 1-1. That's what it needs to do. The defense of each of the Ninetales is going to drop. That's going to benefit both of these Exeggutor there. If they can get it together, if they can mount that offense, they can still win this. They can still go all the way. This is not just a Ninetales show right now, unless Ninetales still continues to show off that mean streak. My word. Regular Ninetales going to go for Smokescreen, lower the accuracy of the shiny Exeggutor there. Will that come into play? I guess we'll find out in a little bit. My word, Ninetales is, on fire right now, even though it's an ice type at the moment. We see shiny Ninetales goes for Poison Gas. It's going to land on both Exeggutor. That is going to limit the amount of time these Exeggutor have in the field, especially the shiny one. That is not good for Team Exeggutor. That is a cursed move right there. So here we see the shiny Exeggutor. This may be the last move it does. Goes for Sand Attack, but it's avoided because of the accuracy drop. That's tragically ironic. Here we see the regular Exeggutor, who is going to go for Smog to try and poison one of these Ninetales, I guess. It does do super effective damage on that regular Ninetales there. Doesn't get the poison, though, but the poison does take effect on regular Exeggutor, and more importantly, on the shiny, taking down shiny Exeggutor. We're down to a very familiar sight. 1 Exeggutor versus 2 Ninetales. This does not bode well for this poor Exeggutor here. What is this Ninetales team going to do to this poor standalone creature? What will happen? Here is shiny Ninetales getting itself ready, going for Solar Beam. It's going to absorb light this turn, and then it's going to fire it off on the next turn, although that will be 4 times resisted by Exeggutor, so this gives Exeggutor an opening, actually, to try and mount some offense while one of those is occupied. Super effective Gust coming from regular Ninetales, though, for a decent chunk of chip damage there to Exeggutor. What's Exeggutor got on its 3 mines here? Well, 4 if you count the tail. Solar Beam, so it's going to absorb light as well. I mean, if Ninetales can do something, then I guess Exeggutor thinks it can do it better. There's the poison taking effect. You can't really afford to be using 2-turn attacks right now, Exeggutor. It's a little bit dangerous, so we know a Solar Beam's coming, and I think Exeggutor can survive that. It's all down to what regular Ninetales does right now. What's it going to do? It's going to go for Earthquake, which is going to harm its partner. Once again, much like the Surf on the first turn of the last battle, going to harm its partner more than it harms the Exeggutor there. Not very effective on Exeggutor. Here comes the Solar Beam from the shiny Ninetales, which we know is 4 times resisted, so it won't do a great deal of damage. Barely scratched the surface there, and we know what's coming from Exeggutor. It's going to be a Solar Beam of its own from 35 feet high. Here it comes onto the regular Ninetales there, and oh my god! Takes it out! That was fantastic! Exeggutor showing off its brute power as well. Although it is now in the danger zone because of that poison, it may not survive much longer. It needs a miracle if it's going to take down ALOLAN Ninetales. But Exeggutor has proven it can take this down to the wire. Like, don't count Exeggutor out right now. But we see a slam coming out from that shiny Ninetales, and that's all she wrote. Exeggutor goes out. Ninetales is your winner and moves on to the final of Metromania Season 6. What an incredible battle that was. Well, it's safe to say this was Ninetales' first truly dominant victory. This was the first categorical, hold your hands up, okay, Ninetales, you got this, you done it. Like that first turn Blizzard that unfortunately didn't take both Exeggutor out because it missed one of them, but would have been amazing if it had done, but still took down an Exeggutor right from the get-go. That was amazing stuff by Ninetales. That was the kind of strategy, that was the kind of fire, no pun intended, that we wanted Ninetales in its ice-type form to bring out. It was really, really cool to see. It's great to see Ninetales going through to the final because it's been a favorite for so many of you going forward, but I would have liked to have seen Exeggutor in the final, just because I think it's just a hilarious Pokemon, and it would have been really nice to see something like Exeggutor in the final, but that's okay. You know, these are unpredictable. That's the point of Metromania, so it's good to see Ninetales going through. Of course, next week we'll find out Ninetales' opponent, as ALOLAN Muck takes on ALOLAN Marowak, and you're not going to want to miss that. But of course, that's where I'm going to leave this episode of Metromania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these lovely people down here do, please pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. And for live streams 5 days a week, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.